And that's the thing to do when you're running, is to just not screw around with your breath.
Yeah.
To let the activity call forth the pattern that's required to provide the energy you need to do that activity. And I made that mistake when I first tried running. It was 1981. I was in Los Angeles. I had been sent there to run the Shivananda Yoga Center, which was on Sunset Strip. So Sunset Strip in the early 80s. It was a blast. This is 1983. This is 2 years later. But I befriended this person here, Linda Huey, who eventually became my girlfriend. That was after I stopped being a Swami. And she was a runner. She was actually a sprinter. She was a national class sprinter who had competed and actually trained at San Jose State in the late 60s. Now, at San Jose State in the late 60s, there was not really much of a women's track team, but there was a hell of a men's track team. Because on that track team were Tommy Smith and Lee Evans, and John Carlos and Billy Gaines. They're called the Speed City Gang. These are the guys who were in Mexico City in 1968 doing this. You've seen pictures of them, right? Fastest guys in the world. And so she was a world-class runner, and she decided that it would be in my best interest if I learned how to run. Because I was doing all my yoga and stuff, but it's kind of a sedentary job, and I wasn't getting a lot of exercise. And so I figured, hey, I got this down, I teach breathing, I know how to breathe, I do yoga, I'm flexible, I'm strong, and this is a great opportunity to do like a meditation in motion, right? And so we went out running one day, and I'm going, okay, this is how it's going to go. I know how to breathe because I know how to use my diaphragm. I'm making my belly move, and I said, oh, I can do like inhale for 3 steps, exhale for 3 steps, and I'm doing this whole like moving meditation, and I'm getting all yogic about the whole thing, and after one block, I'm like, I'll catch up with you. And she turns around and is like, what the hell's going on? And I was like, I don't know. I was doing my deep breathing, and I was doing like a running meditation. She was like, you schmuck. I don't think she used that word, but whatever the California equivalent is. Probably asshole. Just relax your breathing. Don't think about it. Focus on your form, because she had showed me what proper running form is to keep your arms relaxed and the angle of your body and where your foot hits and all that. And I was able to do that, but I was just so locked into this proper way of breathing, and I just thought it was good for everything. Why wouldn't it be? And when I just forgot about the breathing and just focused on my form and making that efficient and let my breath take care of itself, I was fine. And I think that's what I heard you say. It's like, it's very interesting to just get involved in an activity that just calls forth a certain kind of a breathing that you wouldn't ordinarily be doing. And if you stay out of its way, you can actually do quite well. But I was very invested in doing proper breathing, proper yogic breathing. And of course, if it's proper for yoga, it should be proper for everything else, shouldn't it? Well, no. Well, let me point out another bit of stupidity I got involved in with my own body. Because once I learned about bandhas and all of that you're describing, because I was doing the belly breathing when I was running. I hope I made that clear. That's what was screwing me. Yeah. So, but once I learned this bandha, because as a kid I was very sway back and all that. And then once I learned, whoa, I have all this verticality and this support and this energy and not this, right? And so I was very excited about all of this support I can get from my abdomen, and I was walking around doing that all the time. And I was like Mr. Bandha guy, and I'm totally in the other direction, right? And then I started to notice the symptom I'd never had before. I was getting acid reflux. And I was like, what the hell? I'm too young to have a heartburn and all this stuff. And then I just realized, like, schmuck, I use that language, schmuck, asshole. When's the last time you took a belly breath? I had gone totally in the other, I was supporting so much here, I was just driving the acid from my stomach into my esophagus because I was all like, ah.
Or something like,
So, you know, sometimes you learn the hard way. That's the point of the story. Sometimes you have to overdo things
Like The Exorcist.
to realize that it wasn't like The Exorcist.
sorry.
Anyway, that's just, you know, when I speak about, you know, breathing needing to be flexible and adaptable, you know, I'm speaking from personal experience. I learned the hard way not to do that to myself. So sometimes that's how you learn.